Good evening, everybody. It's me, your pal, Bill Safely with Savage's Disc Golf, and I have another video for you today because I played in a league. And I did not play very well. Forgive me for this video because I haven't a clue where I put my tripod. Could be in the back seat of my car. It could be in the trunk of my car. It may be at the park somewhere. All I know is if it's in this house, I can't find it. So let's go straight to the video. It's Sunday. And what I did is I decided I would play with the league today with a group called Parked for Parks. And they play an area just up the road, a couple tow tray miles from where I'm at. It's actually about 35-minute drive. Lombard, Illinois. There's a course called the Commons. And essentially, it's a big open memorial field area that has a slide, kids parks, kids little like rides, not rides, structures, you know, like a slide with, I'm doing a terrible job. Either way, they have parking lots, baseball fields, a pool, tennis courts. There is a walkway that's out of bounds. There are sidewalks. They are out of bounds. The parking lot, out of bounds. They set this course up not how it normally exists every day. Let's say if you were to go there and just follow the course. No. They like to create holes. So one hole where the basket was buried in this big giant kids structure that was like a ladder, a slide, a rope thing that you climb, like a pirate ship, you name it. It was in there. The basket was deep in there, and it was surrounded by an area of wood mulch. Guess what the Mando was? You had to land your disc into the wood mulch or you were out of bounds. Other holes were island holes, and if you didn't get into those islands, you were out of bounds. They used baseball fields. Guess what? If you landed in the infield of any of these baseball fields, you were out of bounds. Did I say parking lot? Parking lot was out of bounds. The walkways, out of bounds. You were out of bounds. Ooh, needless to say, a person of my skill, I had some reservations going into this day, but I'm not going to let a course like this intimidate me. So I try to play it. I try to play it periodically just to see where I'm at. And you know where I'm at today? Yeah. Terrible. So let's cut to the chase. I shot 10 over par. 10 over par. I did not stick around to see where anybody else finished because I needed to get home. I haven't even checked UDisc to see where I finished in the lower division because I don't think I finished very well at all. I had the highest score on my scorecard. For the most part, I don't think I threw the actual discs too badly. There were a couple of times the discs didn't necessarily go exactly where I aimed or even in the general vicinity that I aimed. But because of the length of most of these holes, I ended up using my trail. This is a neutron trail. Of course, the custom dye job by myself. So I threw this often. This is an 166 gram plastic. So it's a little bit lighter weight. It feels good in the hand. Rumor has it that this rim here is a gyroscopic something that helps the disc go farther. I don't think it works for me. Either way, I threw this pretty much most of the time off the tee. It's supposed to be a neutral disc, so it should go a little bit, turn a little bit, and then turn a little bit. Most of the time, that's what it did. It's just I can't throw it that far. I can't throw the discs that far. I'm looking at consistently 200, 210. If I don't get a really good throw, sometimes I'm at 170, 180. If I get a really good throw, sometimes I'm 220, 230. So there was 4 of us, me, Maeve, Eric. I had a great card. Tim Fergus was on the card. The dude is money. Eric, money. Maeve, money. They all did really well. And I just fell apart. So the four of us started on hole number 4 of 18. So 4 was a mandatory hole. The basket was actually in a child's park toy / activity thing, like a jungle gym. It was right in the center of this thing. And it was a mandatory hole. So you had to hit, the disc had to go off the tee in the air and land in the wood chips, or it was a penalty. Well, guess what? I missed the wood chips by about 1.5 feet. So I had to take that disc from where I was, move it to the drop zone, take a penalty, and then instead of throwing number 2 on my shot, I'm throwing 3 because I have the penalty. Well, I didn't make that putt, so I immediately took a bogey. First of all of these holes, regardless of the distance, they're all listed as par 3s in U-Disc. Yeah, every single hole was a par 3. So first hole that we played, hole number 4, I took a 4. Hole number 5, another crazy hole, par 3, 250 feet, I took a 5. So right away, I'm 3 over par, and I've only played 2 holes. I parred number 6. I thought, okay. And then I took another double bogey on hole number 7. A 381-foot hole. I took a 5. And I know what happened on all of these. I kept going out of bounds. And out of bounds sometimes means that I just didn't throw it far enough, or I threw it errantly and it skid or skipped and landed in the out of bounds. I wasn't very lucky the first couple of holes. But after taking that double bogey on hole number 7, I went par on 8, par on 9. And I thought, okay, come on, let's go. And then the course said, oh, not today, buddy. I bogeyed 10, I bogeyed 11, I bogeyed 12, I bogeyed 13. So right there, 4 holes, 4 more over par. I did not get any birdies today. So I couldn't reduce my stroke count. It just increased every time I got over par. So hole number 10, 276, 255 feet on 11, 274 feet on hole 12, 281 feet on 13. Now, these are long distances for me because remember, I'm throwing maybe 200 on average. So a lot of these times I'm trying to get there with my approach shot to maybe save par. And if I'm not getting it there, well, then it's a longer putt than normal, and I'm not very good outside of a certain distance. Basically, circle 2. If you put me in circle 2, I'm just going to try to throw it up close, even if I am running it towards the basket to try to make it into the basket. I don't have the spin yet. I'm working on it. It's not getting there. It doesn't work. And here we are. Now, I do know, I remembered I missed. I just outright missed at least 2 putts, possibly 3. That could have helped my score in the long run, but still, even if I would have made those, I would have still finished 7 over par. So I parred 14, I parred 15, I bogeyed hole number 16, 274 feet. I parred 17, I parred 18, and then, I don't know, I just kind of got to the point where I was like, here we are. And I don't know, maybe I relaxed, maybe these holes were a little bit easier, but I parred 1, 2, and 3. Actually played pretty good those last 3 holes. It was freezing cold. I think the real feel was like 16 degrees out there. It was pretty windy. And my golf shoes that are waterproof were soaking wet from Thursday. And I left them in the basement. And it's cold in the basement and there's no humidity down there, and they never dried. So I wore regular socks, and then I put my waterproof socks over those, and then I put my feet in those shoes, and it was like wearing 2 blocks of ice for about 2/3 of the entire day today. And it was only after walking as long as I had and generating body heat that I finally got to the point where my feet weren't freezing and it was actually semi-comfortable to play. I'm not looking for excuses. This is where my skill set is at this point in my disc golf longevity. I'm not gonna say career because it's not a job, but that's where I'm at. Am I disappointed? Absolutely. Am I a bit dejected? Yes. I'd like to play better. I really thought for sure I was gonna shoot, I was gunning for 5 over. It's a tough course for me because I can't throw that far. And I just didn't hit it. And again, I was 10 over par. So what I will do is I will regroup. I had some good conversations with the people on my card. I will practice my putting in the garage, or not in the garage, in the basement. Focus. I've got the basket set up in the basement. Tomorrow night is the putting league. I will do that. I have my net up there and I will just practice. I'll practice my approaches. I will practice the throwing, all of it. It's a lot. There's a lot of physical mechanics that go into this game and I'm off. I'm a little off on probably all of them. The release angle. I don't think my swing is where it needs to be. I have a lot of physical limitations because of the accident I had in '92 when I fell off the side of that building. My posture is just jacked. And I think that carries over to a lot of things, disc golf being one of them. So I have to find a workaround because I want to do very well at this game. I know I can do very well at this game. I just have to figure out that workaround. And I will. So that's the video for today. Thanks for watching. I also switched putters. I decided to use my PA3s today instead of the Judges. And they felt a little bit lighter in terms of weight. But I still putt pretty well with them and they feel good in the hand. So I just don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm looking for something to play better and I'll get there. So thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. These videos are gonna be all over the place because that's how my game is. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.